Blogtalk Radio.
All right, guys, we are back. I hope you can hear me. I have no idea what this show is called. I decided to jump on for an extra hour. However, I do have to hiss horribly, so I will not record that for you, but I will play a little bit of a song for you. You'll probably enjoy it. I will be right back after I drain my bladder. Excuse me.
Hey. This is sad. You know that guy in the background there? Under the street lamp. That's Rico. We like to stay, but we got a place to be. As a matter of fact, we just left a funeral to get out of there. Here we go.
Yani long fede bloja brom, yani long fede bloja brom. Yani long fede bloja brom, yani long fede bloja brom.
That's right. One of my friends, he just got clipped. Hey, yo, Big Tommy and the boys downtown. More than just a Vic. You know what I'm saying? Mad Mark does. I stop in, I say, hey, to his wife. I say, hey, to his kids. Uncle Sal can't stay. He's got a place to go. Where am I going?
Yani long fede bloja brom, yani long fede bloja brom. Yani long fede bloja brom, yani long fede bloja brom.
Okay. I was back about 30 seconds ago, but I really fucking wanted to hear that hook. Okay, so anybody that had caught the last show that was 2 hours was the roast, I guess, of Tony Gaga. Didn't happen. Instead, I ended up getting voicemails from him, which were sad, yet very entertaining. I will make them into MP3s. I will send them out to Insane Energy, who has been gracious enough to live stream me. I'm getting private messages. Ah, gotcha. Thank you. Ardhaman. How do I pronounce that? How do I actually pronounce that? And I got that fucking turd sending me... Okay, that's rude. Okay, Ard Hammond. Thank you. Ard Hammond. So I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown on the Tony Talk community. I don't know where we're going to go. I don't know what to do. Again, what am I supposed to do? Discuss current events? I mean, there's nothing. I'm on TMZ right now. Let's see. Supreme Court overturning abortion rights in leaked draft opinion. That's something to talk about. I won't give my opinion on that as far as abortions and stuff go. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Kim Kardashian is channeling Marilyn Monroe with an iconic dress for Met Gala. Okay, that's cool. I won't share my opinion about that either. And is that Ben Affleck? I don't know. I'm done looking at this shit. So anyway, yeah, I will leave politics to Elaine. I'd love to get Elaine on the show sometime to kind of pick its brain. Elaine and I were supposed to meet up. Elaine actually did a whole Tony Talk tour around Boston, which was awesome, I guess. Cool. I can tell you stories of young Tony, but what I want to do is I want to give you guys an explanation on why I've taken a step back and why I don't do a lot of this anymore. Tonight was one of them where I kind of took the reins and wanted to, I wanted to be here for you guys. You guys have been here for me, Tony, all of us. So, in all of my multiple personalities. So, what I would like to address is, and I won't make this too long. No, holding their hand up in the queue. I only have 8 callers and 16 speakers. That's fine. Thanks for showing up. I wanted to take a break because I personally needed it. Just because the show's been around for 4 years. I think, about 4 years. I put a lot of work into it. However, 2.5 years ago, when my life was flipped completely upside down, like ass over tea kettle, ate shit on the way down. I don't know. There were a lot of people that just decided to step into my life and act like assholes. And no matter what I would do on a social media platform, no matter what the fuck I would do, whether it's, I don't know, leave a post on my Facebook or my Instagram or show people I'm training, like anything, stupid video of like me smacking a medicine ball around, pretending I was a cat at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like that, even stuff like that, I was always afraid to show. I also write, but I use a pen name, or I will be using a pen name. And it's like, I just don't want to be around the social media shit because it's a fucking nightmare with cancel culture. And you've got so many people that it's so cool to lie now about people doing things to them and all this other shit, that like, I just don't want any fucking part of it. None. I want no fucking part of it. I can easily get canceled for hosting a show. I mean, saying fuck or accidentally calling somebody him when it was a her or her when it was them. And that's really it. That's really it. But here I am, and if I do get canceled and I end up becoming up and be getting a defamation lawsuit that I need to defend myself, I'll be sure to call you guys. So I'm going to be on to taking phone calls now. And you know what? And if I run out of time here, I'll fucking join you guys in Discord. I don't care. I'm here all night. So I'm going to start off with 330. If anyone has any Tony Talk questions, if anyone has any anything, any requests, nudes, if you will. I have an OnlyFans account. It's called, you can reach me at OnlyFans/LongFeatherJ. So Johnny is the producer, of course, and what we do is we just take naked pictures together. We paint each other's bodies, we roll around naked, and we take the picture or the giant paper that we use, and we hang it up and we sell it as art, and it's amazing. And it funds the blowjob room and the firecracker hut that Johnny has on the side of a highway. Oh, hey Clay, you ignorant motherfucker. 330. Come on the face of online. No. Welcome. I'm not going to say come anymore.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. How am I?
Hey,
am I like butchering your? Am I butchering your name?
The funny thing is that like a lot of people have pronounced it like so many different things. Like, it's either Ardamon or Ard Hammond. It's like it doesn't really matter. So I'm not really like bothered by like how people pronounce my name. I just let people say however.
Right.
But yeah, it's actually good to, I'm glad to call in for the first time in a while. Believe it or not, I called into Tony's show, I believe I want to say 2018, around June or July.
Okay.
This was like around the time when like, a lot of the people that came from Go Show started to call in. But I've actually stuck around, and something about Tony I've noticed as the show's gone on, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed this too, but like, and I've been talking about this with Tommy Monahan in the Discord. I noticed that as the shows go on over the years, Tony's grown from like enthusiastic about doing the show and helping people to like very bitter. And even in those like voicemails, like he's gotten a lot more like aggressive with like the way he approaches people, I noticed. Like, have you ever noticed that? Like, at all as of late? Because like,
yes,
you know.
So I'm going to blow your mind here. Okay.
Right.
That Tony that everyone has finally discovered has always been there. That was always Tony. And the idea that Higgins and I had was to have him. I'm going to go further back here. I'll try not to take up too much time, but
right.
when Clay Douglas was doing his show, I don't know if anyone's heard Clay Douglas, but it's hilarious. I mean, like genius trolling. It's a classic. It's radio gold.
Yeah.
When Clay was doing his show, I would go on the. Let me see. What was it? Reddit? I don't know if it was Reddit or something like that. There was a group, a Clay Douglas group, and I went on there and I said my name was Tony, and I got Clay's email, and I was trying to get them to talk. I was trying to pretend to be Tony to get them going, and because Tony would have been funny calling Clay. By the time we got around to it, because the Clay and Tony feud would have been great. I've even called Clay and said I was Tony. I was like, hey, when under the Sal voice, I was like, hey, this is Tony, because I can't scream like a parrot. So I ended up just helping. I ended up helping with the show after that happened, and we found out that he was a personality, and I tried to make him happy, be a friend. It didn't work, obviously. Even if things were going great and nobody broke Tony's balls, he'd still have something to complain about. And Tony, if you're listening, I don't mean to offend you, piss you off, but this is the truth. So, yes, that's it. I know he's become a little different, but that's always
the funny thing, though, because that's the funny thing, right? Because the thing is, I've heard, from Clay Douglas, through Tony's show, but I was actually surprised to know that his character has gone on for like longer than like the mid 2000s, because I think he even called into like I think it was it forgot the name of the one show that Beetlejuice was on as well.
Howard Stern.
I forgot Howard Stern. Like, it's hard to believe that he goes that way back, and even like with a lot of the radio, like internet personalities that a lot of people believe are like troll targets. Usually they exaggerate a lot of their anger, but Tony, the thing that makes Tony even more amusing is a lot of his humor is very genuine, and it's just so funny to listen to. Like even if people, like, if he's like genuinely mad, he says shit that's always shocking, but just humorous to listen to nonetheless.
Yeah, I knew he had something special. I mean, even when I was a kid and we used to like troll him or prank him for that matter, I'm really glad we didn't have like internet access or anything like that back in the day, because I probably would have been arrested for like cyber stalking. But yeah, we always trolled him. I'm glad I had the opportunity to bring it out to everybody. I'm really happy about that, because I mean we've built a community over this. It's really cool, and I'd hate to see it go because Tony's going to go, or if he does go, or he calls in, I don't know. But yeah, that's
the
scary
thing.
Yeah,
because sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I won't scream at you.
I noticed though too, because like Tony does like have like, because he does tend to like stop the show every few minutes or every few months or so, and then he comes back. So it's like an on and off sort of thing with him. But I mean, I guess for his sake, it's definitely good for him to like, I guess, cool off for a bit and then do the show again. But even so, like, I guess that's the thing. Like, a lot of the characters that have called up, or a lot, especially like Tone Sanchez, he's definitely very funny. Johnny Longfeather, who I definitely think is pretty cool. He just DM'd me right now on Discord, and he's also pretty funny too. Like, a lot of the people that called in, I've even like chatted with some people in the Discord too. A lot of them are very chill. Cobra Jeff's a pretty down to earth guy as well. A lot of them are pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they're cool. And what's sad? I shit on Johnny a lot, but I was before I knew them, I was a huge Johnny Longfeather fan, huge Barry fan. A lot of the guys I called into Clay, and then eventually I got to know them. and some of them weren't good people. That's just the truth of it. And the others are just awesome. And the others are awesome. Like Johnny, he'll occasionally send me pictures of him in the bathtub, so like I know who he is. And no, I'm kidding. But Johnny and I have become kind of friends. Like, you know, I would help John out with anything, you know, just on spite, just to say I did it. DC2, him and I are friends. We have a really tight crew. I did want to meet up with Elaine at one point, but I was very busy driving to Oregon. That's another story. Not driving to, I pretty much flew out there and drove across the fucking state. But, yeah, I mean, it's a good community. I get it. It's a great community. I like to keep it.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. I definitely do like to get to know people more within the community as well. So I do try to, like, I definitely, you know, do like to get to know people within each community that I'm in. So, I mean, and even so, like, Elaine Venice, I've actually known him from, like, other communities, like, again, Ghost and whatnot, but because he's definitely an enthusiast for, like, a lot of online shows, you know, and he, you know, he definitely seems to know, like, quite a bit about a lot of different, like, online communities and whatnot. And shout out to you, Tone Sanchez. You're a pretty funny guy. I see him in the chat room.
Yeah, no, we've got.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say we have a great we have a great community of different people, and they all bring their own talents and such to the board. So it's cool. It's really cool.
Right. And I definitely would say like the shows where you were like doing the Tony voice earlier on, like a lot of those actually had like a lot of energy to them as well. Like like I actually think you actually did a really good job at like imitating his like Tony's complexion, like his vocal pattern quite a bit.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah, I tried. I just showed him how to do the show, and then I didn't want to look like an asshole, and I had to just take the reins, kind of like what I'm doing now.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it, and honestly, I'm glad that you called in and as Clay would say, put your hand up. But yeah, I'm happy about that. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down the line and just answer any other questions.
I think that's all the questions I have for now. Thanks for having me on. Shout out to SC Mike. He's listening in, and he's on Insane Energy's show as well. And Insane Energy's a pretty cool guy as well.
I love that.
Hope you guys have
Energy.
Oh yeah, he's pretty down to earth as well. Hope you guys have a good rest of the show, and again, thanks for having me.
Thanks for calling. I'm going to put you on mute. Enjoy the rest of the show if you can.
Thank you.
Yeah, Insane Energy. I don't know if you're losing listeners here or whatever, but I apologize. I'm just trying to keep this ball rolling. So 443, I'm going to bring you on. 443, you are on the air with Tony Talk.
Jay, bro, I heard what you said in the beginning about, you know, social media and all that. Listen, dude, post what you want, do whatever the fuck you want, and even if you do get canceled, it doesn't even really matter. You know what I mean?
You know, it's weird because I'm in this weird place where it's like, if you look at me, the good old boys and the die-hard, and I'm not trying to get political here, but the die-hard rights, like the crazy rights, they fucking hate me. And the die-hard lefts, the insane radical left, they hate me. They drive me fucking crazy. You know what? They're both dangerous in their own right. We're in a world now where it's like, so if you're not a complete badass, you're a pussy. But if you don't want to be a pussy. You're a complete badass, but yet you have to be canceled and reprimanded for it. And it's like,
right.
In the words of Conor McGregor, who the fuck is you? Like, it's like, seriously, and I'm not religious. It's just, name one person that has a clean slate, that is completely stainless, and I don't mean stale, exactly. I mean like no jizz stains on their shorts. Name one person that's like clean and that didn't do anything. And it's like, I'm not saying I'm a fucking demon. I mean, yeah, I drank, I fought. That's fought, not fought. But yeah, like it's like, but like something simple, like even having this conversation, it's like, well, fuck this guy. Tony says the N-word. It's like,
listen, at the end of the day, though, fuck them. Fuck the left and fuck their, well, they both have their ups and downs, but just fuck both of them just fuck both of them at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And plus, not to sound like disrespectful or anything like that, but like you're a middle-aged man, so I'm assuming nobody really cares about, not to sound disrespectful at all. It's just,
No.
You're a middle-aged man, so I'm assuming it doesn't really matter.
It does and it doesn't. You know why? Because like I have people that I have to be responsible for. I have my wife, who, man, she keeps me grounded. She like explains shit to me correctly, and she's like, yeah, listen, fucking don't listen to these people. Like, and then there's my daughter, who I'm accountable for, and it's like I have to be careful with everything I fucking do, or else it's like a witch hunt. I'm gonna be brought to the gallows. I won't. I was training people in mixed martial arts, and I remember one of the students got upset and walked away crying, and I went to go check on them, and they looked at me and they said, I identify as them. And I looked and I said, I didn't know that.
I mean,
I'm like, I didn't know that. I said, I'm like, I'm an 80s baby. I don't understand this shit. I'm like, but like, tell me so I can understand it and respect it and everything. And it's like, you're not wearing a name tag.
see, now hold on though, J-Bo. Hold on though. See, I was born in 97 and I still don't want to get this pronoun shit. I mean, if we meet up and we become friends, if you want to be notified as a woman or man or tranny or I don't know, fucking elephant, that's fine. But if you're a stranger, if you're a stranger, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, wear a fucking pin. Let me know so I don't like offend you or upset you. And holy shit. But and then TJ Hooker just said most sane people would just correct you and give you leniency on learning and getting their pronouns correctly. That has happened to me, yes, but it's very, very rare where like I get fucking like if they.
But that's the thing. They want to start the problem with you. They want to start shit. They want to be. I don't know. They want to be like a cry bully, or they want to be a cry bully or some shit.
Yeah, it's. I never heard that term, but I like it. A cry bully. But yeah, it's even with wrestling, as I was talking to Ken about earlier. I mean, I got the fuck out of there before anything happened, and guess what? Something happened anyway, and I had nothing to do with it. And the poor bastard that just got signed by the WWE back then had nothing to do with it. But yeah, when I start seeing red flags, I just back away. I'm like, fuck no, I'm out. But I don't get that from this community. And if I did, and if I piss anybody off, come forth, and we can hopefully figure it out.
Well, I think everybody in this community has got to. I mean, as much as I get called a nigger in this community, you think my feelings are hurt? Like, the shit just shouldn't matter. But again, with this climate and all that other, like again, there's huge differences between me and your generation. And like I said, I was born way later than you, and I still don't understand the bullshit. Like, this must have happened when I was in high school or something. Like, when did it? Excuse my language, but when did everybody start becoming faggots? I'm sorry if that offended anybody.
Yeah, no. Maybe a better choice words. But yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, no, I know where you're going with that. But like, yeah, I mean, at this point, it is what it is. And I'm about to just do my thing. And if nobody likes it, then whatever. I'm sure I've lost plenty of listeners tonight just from doing this show. So, but, that's fine.
Well, wait, man. At the end of the day, if you get social media outside of this show, do your thing. Fuck anybody that tries to fuck with you or fuck you in the ass. Just fuck everybody.
That'll be my new thing. Actually, no. My favorite ass quote ever was, tell her you love her, but she's got to wipe her ass. Tony Gaga, 2022. Oh man, I'm gonna try to get him on here. But yeah, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, I'm gonna keep you on mute and try to don't fall asleep on me. All right.
All right.
Take it easy. Well, this is cathartic. Let's see, 502. I'm going to bring 502 on. See what's going on with 502.
Jable, I want to apologize for missing the roast. I'm sorry I got caught up in this whole Tonyverse stuff. You know, we engaged in a hot sexual orgy. You know, and I have a question. Would it be masturbation or gay sex? You know, if it's different versions of yourself, you know.
I think it would be just a fucked up form of masturbation. So I think you're safe. I mean, because there are times where I just happen to catch myself on the reflection while I'm masturbating, and then when I finally climax, I feel, you know, not my greatest faps ever, but I'm like, fuck, did I just fuck myself, but not? So yeah, it's okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's more satisfying for you because your cock is bigger than mine. You know, that's a given fact.
Well, it might be longer, but it's definitely not thicker, Tony, because apparently you can hit the sides with yours. So
that's true. That's true. I was hitting the sides so much that I wanted that they hired me for NASCAR, but I was too fat to fit in the cars. Anyways, has anybody else been complaining about an earthquake? I went out for a nightly jog, and, you know, there were people screaming and running. Some son of a bitch called me King Kong. Like, I'm not a fucking ape.
Were you wearing your brown turtleneck? Come on.
Yes. What's your point? You know, it was chilly out, you know. My nipples get sensitive, okay, to the cold.
Oh, dear God. Listen, everybody, this is Tony Gaga calling in, the real Tony. And he's coming, and the reason why he didn't show up for his roast is because he's too busy touching himself at home.
Well, no. See, I was engaging in a gay sex orgy, you know, with my other Tony verses.
Oh, you guys are terrible. You're a terrible, terrible person, Tony. And I hope you don't kill anybody with those garlic farts.
I don't know, Jay, but, you know, they classify me as a biohazard weapon. I mean, I killed one guy at Cahoon's. You know, he was standing right behind me, and I had something bad, and I farted and shit myself, and I swear to God they had to close the place down. And the guy just dropped dead. So, yeah, I'm wanted for murder now.
So I had a Tony Gaga moment. I was in New York weekend. I had gone to a close friend's daughter's first baby party, happy birthday party for a baby. I don't know what the hell you call those things, but baby's first birthday. And went there, had a great time, drove through Manhattan, which was fucking terrible. However, I was eating along the way. And eventually, like every human being, I had to take a massive shit. Unfortunately, it was right in the middle of the Harry Potter New York store. And the Harry Potter New York store has bathrooms that are they're like multi-gendered, I guess, but they're single bathrooms that you can use. And I went in there and completely just like destroyed it. And walking out, I opened the door. A woman was coming in. And I held the door open for her, and she stops in her tracks and was like, she goes, "No fucking way," and walks away from the bathroom. So, yes, that was my Tony moment. Oh, that sucked.
At least it ended well for you. You're not classified as a biohazard.
I mean, it was bad. I mean, if the paint could pale from that, it would. But
is that how you washed your hair?
No, I ended up engaged to my daughter's mom. That's how I lost my hair. But yeah, let me, Tony, you're a disgusting human being for not showing up for your roast. I hope when you go to wipe, I hope when you wipe your ass. Oh no. Well, I hope when you wipe your ass, your hand gets lost. So fuck you, Tony Gaga. And the next time I have a show, you better call in again.
Wouldn't be the first time I fisted my own ass. Ow!
Good night. Oh man, that was great. 510, I'm going to bring you on. We have 28 minutes left. If you guys are bored of me, I don't care. You guys can hang up. I'm cool with that. I'll probably stop in Discord after for anybody that hasn't answered. Plus, I always like to get Insane Energy's feedback. He means a lot to me, Insane Energy. Sexually. Yes, 510. I'm going to bring 510 on. And then Clay Douglas will be on 469 after 510.
Hey, J-Bill. It's Tommy. How's it going?
Oh, shit. Tommy, baby. What's going on?
Not much. Just been listening in. Great stuff so far. Kind of sucks that friggin' Tony just bailed on his own roast. Being a bitch.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm fucking trying, Tommy. I'm really, really trying. It's been rough. On here and like not like knowing what to do, and like all the material that Phil and I worked on like just completely shit out the window. So
yeah, I don't blame you, but I mean I've been thinking about Tony a lot lately, and it's kind of like and kind of like me and Ardhaman were talking about a few days ago in Discord, like how Tony's behavior started to shift over the course of the show, and we start seeing more of this angsty mean girl man diva starting to hold the entire show hostage to the point where it's gotten where we basically just don't even have a show, and even when you're trying your hardest to try to put out some kind of special for the fans, and Tony just fails to show up for it. Man, it's gotten me a little fascinated.
It's a little fucked, honestly. It really is fucked. Yeah. At least for you guys, I feel for you guys. I feel for the community who actually tune in and listen, who have been faithful for 4 years, just following up and listening to the show, and he doesn't have the decency to show up and do what he said he was going to do. And he's been very wishy-washy and kind of loose with his commitments. And it's like, I don't mind doing a show. I'm never going to get the listeners that he gets. I'm never going to get like that top notch. I don't have a radio personality like he does. So it's like, what the fuck? Now you've got people that aren't qualified. I mean, yeah, I can write bits. I can do stuff with like, you know, on the creative aspect and whatever. We know this, but like, to host the show and to have it running and then taking the ball and running with it, it's fucking difficult and it's unfair. It's unfair to you guys. It's unfair to me. And it's like, Man, I don't mind doing it for everybody, but it's not Tony. People tune in to listen to Tony. I mean, you can see it with like I guarantee you the third hour ratings went down. I guarantee it. I'm going to get a ratings report from Blog Talk Radio, and it's like I lost like 15 people in the chat room. I only have 9 callers. I've had like 20, 30 callers at one point, and it's like, okay, cool, you know, and then God knows Insane Energy probably lost a bunch of people because they just said fuck this, and it's like, dude, you put us all in a really shitty situation.
Well, I mean, I'm with Ashley and Turd McGillicuddy on this one. I think you're being too hard on yourself on this one. I think you're looking way too into the criticism because, I mean, even as such long-standing and hardcore fans that listen, we know that you're really trying to push out a product, push out some content, and try to keep the show above water. So it's I think you're doing your best, and that should always be noted.
I appreciate that. I mean, and like we don't talk a lot like about it, but like it's not out in the open. But like you and I, we've collaborated, you know, and it's like it's work on your end, it's work on my end, and it's like we're doing this because we are a part of the community and we love Tony, and you know, and it's like none of this shit would exist without him. So just show up, man. You know, just show up.
Yeah. Well, I got a question.
Yes,
do you think? I mean, do you feel? First of all, have you been? I mean, because you've known Tony since childhood, and since you basically helped started the show, and basically you just basically been the man behind the scene. Have you been like noticing Tony's behavior on the show and how he's been carrying the show? Like, have you been noticing it?
Yeah, but I said it to I'm just going to call him Artie. I spoke to Artie Ardhaman earlier. And the question was brought up like, hey, was he always like this, or did you notice a change? Okay, so I will say this, and Insane Energy, I know you're streaming, and I'm going to say it anyway. I don't care. I'm not the only one that feels this way. First of all, Tony has always been like this. He's always been like this. He hid it very well, or tried to hide it well from people, from women, from friends, everybody, but eventually it comes out. The dramatic, spoiled brat, not accountable for anything. This is going to sound funny, but it's not. Like, that story that Sully told when he was on the bus going to Foxwoods, because there's a little charter bus that picks up all the older people and brings them to the casino, not Johnny's, but Foxwoods. And I wish they went to Johnny's. So he was on the bus with his mom, because you can accompany the person who they're taking, and he ripped ass on the bus, and like, jeez, instead of him just being like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, he blamed it on an old lady, and he talked about it willingly and freely with Sully, and then Sully said it to him. He's like, dude, he's like, it's funny, but it's kind of fucked up, and he's like, okay, well, you know, I'm saying it was me, but maybe it was her in my bus farts. But there's no accountability. Like, he blamed another woman for it, another like old lady probably sleeping in the chair, and it's like that's very common from where we're from. Okay, there's no I don't know why. I don't know if like this place is East Boston itself. It's fucking strange, and like a lot of people are like Tony. There are a lot of Tonys in East Boston, and there's no accountability. It's always someone else's fault.
Yeah, I think because I got a slight theory, because I mean I don't know Tony that well, but I think Tony comes up from a place where, like, pride is very built up to the point where an individual can carry so much pride that they think that they're immune to criticism and their flaws being exposed. And I think, like for example, I've always assumed that when Tony was, like, growing up as a kid, it's like he's like that little kid that draws, like, a really crude looking crayon drawing on a piece of paper and then shows it to a parent, and the parent, like, deep down would probably say this is like a real piece of shit artwork or something, but got to be nice to them and just say, oh, this is like a beautiful thing or something, and just puts it on the fridge or something, and that gives, like, Tony, like, a huge boost of confidence. And then it's something like Tony probably has never been told no in his entire life or something, and then psychologically it's like now he feels that he can never be denied, but then when he is denied, whenever he's, like, turned away or somebody says no to him, he starts belting out screaming and such. I mean, I don't have the right words for it, but it's something I've been thinking about. And I think basically, like, Tony does not want to be rejected, but when he does face rejection, he doesn't take it that well. And then when somebody, like, calls him out on his shit, like you said, he just immediately just puts the blame on someone or something else and doesn't take accountability for it.
Let me share something with you. First of all, you nailed everything right on the head, okay? Now, in East Boston, a majority of people have this delusion of grandeur, right? I was guilty of it. My family, very guilty of it. I have a family member who, much like Tony's sister, she is the mother to my younger cousin, who I call my niece, whatever. Like 20 years old now. So she ends up, my cousin's mom, she spent most of her life just, like, chasing men, kind of like Tony's sister. And, like, purposely pushed her daughter aside for guys, didn't want anything to do with her. So finally, her daughter left. She lost her job where she used to work with me, who got her the job, gave her a place to stay, all that stuff, try to help her out. And then all of a sudden, because I said, no, you are not using my home anymore as a fucking flop house to go see your boyfriend and whatever. No, you are not doing this. Like, I'm done with you. You're done. I said no. All of a sudden, it's my fault that her daughter doesn't speak to her. It's my fault that she lost her job. It's my fault. And it's like, there is no accountability.
Jeez.
Yeah, but that's normal from where we come from. That's why when people are like, Eastie Pride, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Eastie Pride? You're proud to be from here? Like, pick up a fucking book. You nailed it on the head, and it's a community thing. His mother, God love her, didn't say no to him. Oh, Tony, you're a great singer. What the fuck are you talking? Have we heard him sing? The only song that he sang relatively well was the Blowjob Room song.
Oh, and, yeah.
But, like, it's that. Like, realistically, nobody's going to dress up like Prince, who don't look like Prince, who don't sound like Prince or Michael Jackson, and then get on stage and publicly humiliate themselves unless they actually think they're good.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I think, wholeheartedly, like, I got a lot of faith in the show and such, but the way Tony's acting and everything, I think the show just broke him, and I think it just really brought out that shadow in him, and it's. My question for the community is like, how does everybody, like, really feel about Tony as a host right now?
I would love to pick some brains. Yeah.
How does everybody feel about Tony just handling the show? Because personally, I just think he's handling it badly.
Yeah, no, he is, and there wouldn't be a show. There wouldn't be a show tonight if nobody stepped up. And it's like, I want to know the communities thing. I've been wanting to go away and just like do my own thing for a while, and start my own like show, kind of like Blogtalk, whatever. And it's like, I've taken time away from myself to help him out with his show and to make people laugh, because I like doing that. You know, obviously, you out of all people would know that I like doing that. And yeah, and it's like, come on, man. It's like, you know, fuck. So many people are putting so many things into this, and it's like, oh, fuck you all.
Honestly, J-Bo, I think the roasting could have held off. You could have held off the roast for a little later, because I think this was a little sudden, just the way how Tony just exited off the show, and then we tried in Discord to try to get him in the chat to talk to some people, but then he was being belligerent, and then that reminded me of like how when Ken was doing his show, and then Tony would just be showing up in the chat, and everybody would be wanting Tony to call in the Ken show, but then he'd be bitching and making excuses to not get on Ken's show, and it's kind of like, I think we just got to give Tony a break. Like, we kind of have to like leave that man alone.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, and you know, if it's welcomed, if people want me just to shut my mouth, I'm happy to do that. But like, if Art Himmons said that right. If Tony, I find Tony to be a lovable oaf who does a lot of dumb stuff that he does, but he definitely doesn't come from a place of malice. He's just really socially awkward and has no self-awareness. 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm guilty of it too, man. I grew up in a weird fucking family. So, I mean, really just completely, you want to talk about dysfunctional? Holy shit. But that's story time for another time. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I just, you're right. And you know, the show's here if he wants it back. But until then, if people want to deal with me, I'll happily do, I'll happily hold on to it for him until he gets back.
Right, yeah, I think that would be cool. One other question before you get to other callers. Will we ever see the other Tony Talk and Sal, Rico, and everybody else music MP3s? Will they ever see the light of day? That the ones that didn't get uploaded to Insane Energy's channel?
Yes, so I'm working on collecting the library, in which turning it into a bunch of MP3s. I have prank calls that have been made to Tony. I have I have some where I'm like I have some where Rico or Alfonso are in the middle of their bit, but then completely fuck up, and it's kind of funny to listen to. There's a lot, but yeah, I can try to like pull the vault apart and send it.
Yeah, because since we're on this Tony Talk downtime, and I mean, I think it'd be good for Insane to have some of that material coming together. You know what I mean?
Oh, believe me, I will be calling him. We will have conversations. They will be recorded, and I will, well, depending on what they are, but I will post them up on here. Even if I have to come in and do a show of just a week of me calling Tony, like that's fine with me.
Sweet. And do you also have other voicemails from like a long time ago of Tony? Because I think I remember you mentioning on Discord that you at some time that you did have other voicemails. Like you did play a voicemail of Tony being drunk at one time during a live show, and you told Tony to go fuck himself.
Yes, I think I do have them. I changed my phone. I went from I have this really cool flip phone now. You know, I'm aging myself, but yeah, I've got I think I have it on my old phone. I tried to access it on my voicemail, but I could not do it. I think I have MP3 saved on my other phone.
Okay, that's cool. All right, J-Bill. I guess that's it for me. Also, Mattress 5000 did ask you a question, so I think that'd be something to bring talk about real quick. So if you can just put me back on mute.
Gotcha. All right, thanks, Tommy.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Mattress, yes. I will talk about the Hollywood stuff in full. I'll probably have to do it in Discord or wait for another show, depending on how eager you want to hear that. But yes, there are prank calls, different characters calling Tony. I've saved them. They're pretty funny. At least I think so. I like making myself laugh, apparently. But now I have one more call, and that's 469. And I think I might be an ignorant son of a bitch. 469.
What are you doing there, J-Bird?
I'm doing well, Clay. How are you? I heard you had a horrific stroke.
Yes, I was out since 2018. How come it took you a long time to answer my call, you son of a bitch?
I'm sorry. I was speaking with other people, and I was also on my phone, and I was looking at an article on chemtrails.
Chemtrails, yeah, there's poisoning to the sky. Did you know that, J-Bo?
I had no idea, no. I was trying to read it, but then I saw 469 come up, and I figured to answer it, because I didn't want to be called a dumb motherfucker.
So, where's that stupid Italian at?
He didn't show up. He just left me a bunch of terrible voicemails.
He sounds like a wimp.
He is, and I think any man that straddle a Harley could kick his ass. To be totally honest with you.
Yes, sir. I could kick his ass in a minute. He kind of reminds me. He kind of reminds me of Huevos.
Oh, the snitch, right?
Yes, sir. The snitch. I heard you had Pastor Ken on the phone.
I did. I brought Pastor Ken on, and he was very happy to hear from us, and him and Tony had a great time.
Next time he calls, ask him how come he doesn't want to sell his Harley.
Well, isn't it like a three-wheel Harley? You're better than that, aren't you? Like don't you have like a Harley Fat Boy?
No, a Fat Boy is different from a trike. A Fat Boy is a little bit like a bobber.
Right.
Just with the bigger tire on the back.
So, is it true that you drive a Honda?
I don't drive no Honda. I drive a Harley. Used to drive a Harley. Now I can't even walk.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Has Candy been around? Has Candy been around to help you?
She comes around once in a while, trying to help me. Last time she said that my front yard was filled with dildos. Was that you doing the prank?
No, I believe the culprit is Johnny Longfeather.
Big Tooth Johnny?
Yeah, he actually confirmed that it was him. He was across the street, and he would launch the dildos from his asshole onto your lawn.
Sounds like him.
It does.
Anybody that wears feathers on his head with long teeth would actually do that.
I agree. He even put feathers on the dildos, so that was weird.
Yeah, that's what Candy told me. It had a whole bunch of dildos in the front yard. One of the sheriffs came by and said that it was the kids, so I don't know. But no, I think it was Johnny.
It was definitely Johnny. Johnny looks like a child. A really creepy child, but still.
Yep. Hey, so are you going to be doing a show every week?
I sure as fuck hope not. I might just to hold it until Tony gets back. But but yeah. I don't know.
So what kind of tattoos does Tony have?
I honestly don't know. I know he had one on his chest. But like,
was it like Mickey Mouse?
Probably.
Holding his cock?
No, nothing that extreme. There's probably a meatball with an Italian flag.
That sounds like him. That sure sounds like that Italian motherfucker. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, I'm not going to be doing my show no more. It's been since 2017. Might as well hang up and let you guys take over.
We appreciate that, Clay. The only problem that I have is sometimes sometimes I mess up the keys and I really can't type fast enough. So, and I'm really in desperate need of a pen. And I was kind of hoping
that's what I was thinking about, a pen.
Yeah, do you have one that I can borrow?
I always have a pen on me. I'm a reporter, you dumb fuck.
There it is. Clay, thank you for calling in. That was a very feel-good call, and I hope you call in more often.
I sure will, and once you pick up, I had to wait another show to call in. All these guys whimpering about Tony, and Tony this, and Tony that, and Tony got a fat ass, and Tony this, and Tony that, and Tony got sicked up with a dildo up his ass.
Oh, dear God.
Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Have a good show.
Thanks, Clay. Take it easy. I'm so glad he called in. He sounds great. So the last 2 minutes, I am going to be an asshole, and I'm going to let everyone go because I'm tired. I'm old, as Nostalgia pointed out earlier. You prick. I am going to be in Discord, Titscore. Just give me a moment. I know it's midnight Eastern Standard shit time, but I'll do my best to get in there, and I don't know where this is going to go, but hopefully somewhere. And not up anyone's ass, regardless of Tony's beliefs. Thank you, everyone, for calling in. Everyone in the chat room, I appreciate you all. See everybody in Discord soon. And you're very welcome to everybody who said thank you. Thanks for showing up. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. And Johnny Longfeather, go fuck yourself. Good night.